Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to this wonderful session. I'm excited to have you all join me today. Okay. Sorry, I'm just admitting people in. All right. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's session on goals and vision boarding. I'm excited. Okay. I just want to give 5 minutes more so that we can have more people join us. We'll kick off at 7:05 on the dot. So just bear with me. Welcome A.C.T.I.V.A.T.E Emmanuel. Welcome Balaji. Welcome Kingsley. Welcome Bimbo. Welcome Maria Fashoro. You're all welcome to this amazing session. It's great to have you all on board. So in about 2 minutes, I would start, but while we wait for others to join us, can I get a feel of those in the room? Just tell me what you do. Maybe you're a business owner, just I'm a business owner, and I'm joining in from maybe Zamfara. Okay, let me get a feel of those in the room. All right, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. A.C.T.I.V.A.T.E, what do you do and where are you joining us from?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm a service advisor at Coming West Africa Limited, and I'm
Okay.
dialing in from Lagos.
Ikeja, fantastic. Great to have you join us.
Thank
Other
you very
people,
much.
yeah, sure. So if you're here, you can actually type in the chat box, like, what do you do? Are you a business owner? You're joining in from Lagos, you're joining in from Abeokuta. Okay, let me get a feel of those in the room. We'll start by 7:05 on the dot.
Hi everyone, my name is Bimbo.
Hello, Bimbo.
I'm joining from Lagos.
Fantastic, great to have you join
I
us.
buy and sell online. I buy stuff from China, fashion
Oh.
items, and I sell online. I sell on Gigi and Jumia.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. So we have a business person in-house. All right, it is 7:05 and I am ready to get started. Maria Fashiro, I want to hear from you. I mean, I've heard from a guy, I've heard from another lady. I want to hear from another lady. Maria Fashiro, are you actually here? Okay, anyway, we'll start. So you're all welcome to today's session, and I decided to do the session out of a passion for the fact that a lot of us are just, sometimes it just feels like we're existing and we don't really feel fulfilled in the things that we are doing with our lives. Yeah, and I've been in that space also before, and I just felt like this session will sort of help us gain clarity, and we can talk about how to be whole, how to have a very fulfilling and whole life, regardless of whatever it is we're doing. And so I'll be sharing my screen. I have a slide. I'll be sharing my screen, and then I will get started. Okay, so fantastic. So can we all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
All right, amazing. Let's start from the beginning. Great. So this is Activate 2021. I'm excited about 2021. 2020 was a tough year for a lot of people, including myself at some point. But yeah, 2021 promises to be a lot more exciting. 2021 holds a lot of opportunities, and depending on how we position ourselves, we have the capacity to push ourselves to great heights. Okay, so my name is A.C.T.I.V.A.T.E, and I want to welcome you all once again. Before I go in very quickly into the session, I just want to get a feel of your expectations, okay? So you're here, you're like, this babe just wants to talk. Okay, what does she want to talk about? What would I gain? So let me get a feel of your expectations. You can drop it in the chat room so that I can see it. What would you like to gain from this session? What do you think, you've had questions in your mind about that you need sort of some clarity on? Okay, it will be great to know what it is so that as I discuss, I'll be able to touch on it. So I'd like to read from you in the chat room. Okay, what would you like to gain clarity on? Anyone? This session is interactive. That's why it's called fireside chats. I had my juice here before so that you see that it's not just me talking like a speaker. I'm not training, I'm chatting. Okay, so it's not me just speaking. People also need to speak. So what do you intend to gain from this session? What are your expectations from this session? Anyone? Anyone? As people are quiet, means I'll be quiet too. Hey, I can do it. I'll be quiet as well. I'm waiting to read from us. Looking forward to the vision boarding session. Okay, great. Looking forward to the vision boarding session. Don't forget, this session is just 30 minutes. So I have a really short time. I have a limited time to cover a lot, and I'll do it as quickly as I can. So is there any other person? Oh, wow, this room is full of very, very serious people. I don't want to talk. Anyway, we'll continue. All right, so you're all welcome once again, and let's get into a little introduction about myself. Who am I? I am A.C.T.I.V.A.T.E. I've actively practiced as a project manager for about 10 years. I'm also a digital strategist and designer. I own an agency called Differently Consult. I've managed advertising projects, I've managed diverse projects, construction projects in various industries, entertainment, construction, oil and gas servicing, etc. And I'm also a human being. I like food. I'm a lover of dodo and perfumes. I love perfumes a lot. And I'm founder of Differently Consult. I have a couple of badges to my name based on what I do as a digital strategist. And I'm an expert in my field. So I pretty much have experience, at least 10 to 11 years worth of experience post NYC as a person. And I'd like to share that with you today. This is not a serious session. I've said it's a fireside chat. Okay, so we'll be talking together. So who are you? Who are you? I'd love to read in the chat room. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Your name, where you're joining us from, and then who are you as a person? Okay, who are you as a person? I want you to write this question down in a notebook. Who am I? What's the core of my essence? What do I really stand for? What are my values and what are my beliefs? What's my belief system? What's the thing that makes me tick? Who am I? So it's a really important question that you need to map out your life as a person. Okay, because the tendency is there for us to look at our peers and say, oh my God, this person that started, much, after me, he has really gone ahead. This person that, if you can't define the core of your essence, who you are, what you represent, what you think, what you believe you're on earth for, what you're going to be doing is copying what other people are doing, trying to figure out what their destinations are and picking from their experiences or their skills or whatever it is they're doing to map out your own journey. And it's not going to work. Even if it works, you'll be living a very unfulfilled life. Okay, so that's my first question to everyone here. Who are you? What do you stand for? What do you represent? What is important to you? Okay, what do you want to, what is core to you? Okay, so I want you to write that down. And even if you don't answer it right now, answer it when you get back. What am I? What's important to me? What things make me tick? How, what gives me energy? Okay, for me, I'll use myself as an example. I like food. That's a joke. But yeah, I actually like food. What makes me tick is when I have helped someone. Every day I have the opportunity to give someone an insight or help. I'm just happy. I'm done. I'm made. Okay, so I like money. I like all of those things. But the thing is, that's really what makes me tick. So And it's different for different people. For some people, the ability to churn out numbers, okay, just makes them happy, whether as accountants or as investment traders, investment bankers, etc. It just makes them happy. Some people, just the ability to nurture is the core of their being. So whether they're in the business environment and there's an intern they can nurture, or they see a child that seems to have no care and they have the capacity to nurture the child, okay. So whatever it is that relates to nurture, that's just because in their nature as a person, that's their nature. They've discovered that that's the core of their essence, and they are given to it. So first define who you are. It's very, very, very important. And this is the gist, this is the meat of our discussion today. That's why I put a burger. Okay, it's the meat of our discussion today. We're talking about goals and vision boarding. We're talking about business impact and lifestyle, and your well-being. We're talking about financial discipline and opportunities, and we'll be talking about accountability. These are the areas we'll be touching in the course of our discussion today. I'm excited. Are you excited? If you're excited, let me hear you type excited in the chat room. Please, I'm not a speaker. This is an interactive session, so we must talk together. Someone said what makes him excited is solving engineering problems. Fantastic. Great. Okay, who else is in the house? What makes you tick? What makes you excited? Okay. Who else? What makes you tick? What makes you excited? Who are you? Does anyone want to go for it? If you want to go for it, signify with the raising of your hand. I would unmute you so that you can speak. Who are you? If you think you've sort of grown to the level of self-awareness, that you're really in touch with who you are, I want you to tell me if you really know who you are. And even if you don't know fully who you are, I want you to just tell me. Anyone? Does anyone want to go for it? Anyone? Yes. Does anyone want to go for it? Okay, Kingsley, I would unmute you. Okay, Kingsley, you can speak. Kingsley, are you there?
Yes, I said the
Okay.
ability to make sales and watch things grow, especially from scratch. So it
Okay.
really excites me.
Okay, that's fine. The ability to watch things grow, that means you are patient. Not everyone has the patience to watch things grow. So it's good that, you understand the core of who you are and what what makes you tick. Now, these are just goals and vision boarding, business impact, lifestyle and well-being, financial discipline, and opportunities. Okay, so what's the difference between a vision and a goal? Does anyone want to help us here? There's a difference. And a lot of times, these are words people use interchangeably, whenever they're speaking or they're trying to communicate something across, but they're not the same. So does anyone want to go for it? What's the difference between a vision and a goal? They're not the same. Anyone? You can type in the chat room. You don't have to unmute yourself. Anyone? Does anyone want to go for it? The ability to get things done 100%. Okay. Someone said the ability to get things done 100%. Okay, so I just curated a few things about what a vision is and what a goal is. Now, a vision is an anticipated future state based on your desire and your and the picture of how you see yourself in that future state. Okay, a vision is a bigger picture. It's a huge picture, and you shouldn't limit the ability to imagine what that future can be. This is what's challenge. This is the major challenge with a lot of people, in this age. We don't stretch our imagination to, to extreme limits. We limit it based on our realities, our current realities, and that cannot work. Yes, if it says a vision is the end game, absolutely. A goal includes the steps you need to get there. Fantastic. Yes, that is correct. A vision is usually long term. It is huge. It will stretch your mind. Okay, it will stretch your mind, but your goals are the minute bits that you break down, on how you intend to achieve that vision. Okay, whether it is the fact that you want to I'll give a random example that I've been thinking about as a person. I've been thinking about investing in, I've been talking about, international assets, that's real estate, international assets. And what is sorry, just a minute. I didn't know I hadn't disabled my WhatsApp. I need to quickly disable it. Okay. Just a minute. All right. So I've been thinking about the fact that okay, you see, you really desire to own maybe a property in another country. Okay, so if you desire to own a property in another country, what do you need to do to get there? Who do you need to speak to get there? How do you need to push your income streams to afford it? So stretching my imagination is thinking that in spite of the Nigerian market, in spite of the Nigerian, inflation, in spite of our currency devaluation, in spite of what I have and what I currently own, I still can believe that I can push my mind to still aspire for those things. Now, the goal will now be how I would gather the information, okay, to achieve that. Who do I need to speak to? Who do I need to connect to? What resources do I need to expose myself to? And at the basis of all of this is research. A lot of us do not take time to research the things we are aspiring for, and there's no how you can get it. Research and surrounding yourself with the people that matter. If you're working class people here, I'd really like to advise you to plug yourselves, connect yourselves with people that have information. What that means is, because of your day-to-day running, because you enter traffic, you go to work every day, you tend to get exhausted with the workload, with everything that happens at work. You get home, you're tired, and the energy to push your dreams, the energy to gain, the energy to push for the things you aspire for isn't there anymore because of day-to-day hustle. But if you have friends, if you have surrounded yourself with friends, that are in line with the things you have written down for whatever it is you want to achieve, what would happen is, even though you're consumed with work and life, those people will be giving you the information you need to push your goals and push your vision forward. But the exhaustion will come when, with work hustle, you still have to sit down and think of how you'd research and how you would, gather your thoughts together and map out these plans. So imagine that I do a 9 to 5, and then I have to still come home and research properties. And then maybe I get home about 8 to 9 p.m. every day. I have to come home and research properties. I have to come home and research how the real estate space works in certain countries. I have to research the documents I need. But if I had a friend in the country I desire, all I need to do is tell the friend, please, could you help me gather information on this thing? And so what's happening is, I have made space for time to be productive. I've made space to channel my energy and time to other productive use. So what's going to happen is, as we're saying all these things, I want you to write down, the friends you believe, the people in your network you believe you need to connect to push you to where you're headed. I was telling a friend today or some days ago, I was using an illustrative example. I said, if I desire to buy a property worth 450,000 US dollars in the States, now listening to financial experts in Nigeria say, you need to be saving your 1,000, what if you cook on your way to work, you would have saved 1,500 naira. So when you accumulate that, how long would I save 1,500 naira? How long would I save 1,500 naira to achieve 450,000 US dollars? Do you get my point? So know your inspiration, know the people you should be surrounding yourself with. It's not everyone that is your inspiration. No, not everyone is your inspiration. Not everyone is headed where you're headed. The people telling you I'm not against saving 1,000 naira per day. I'm not against, but there is a phase in your life. You need to also understand the phase you are in as you map out your vision and strategy for your life. You need to own your life. I like to use the word project manage your life. For the destination I'm headed, saving 1,500 naira on my food per day, how long will it take me to get there? The information I need to get to $450,000 for property is not saving 1,000 naira every day on food. So once you've mapped out your vision, it's easier to understand the resources, the people, the skills, the abilities, and the actionable steps you need to take to achieve it. Do you understand? Please be talking. No, I'm not preaching here. Please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I can see my people in-house. Ife, Gosi,
Yes,
Onweme,
so
you're all welcome. You're all welcome. So it's really important to know all of these things. If you want to work in a Fortune 500 company, okay, just a minute. So if you want to work in a Fortune, let me turn off my video for a while. I'll turn it back on later. So if you want to work in a Fortune 500 company, okay, you want to ask yourself, are there people I can reach out to that have worked in a Fortune 500 company before? What are the things I need to know? What are the people I need to connect with? So all of that, is important in mapping out, your destination. And the next thing I'll be gisting about, please, this is a gist. If you have anything to say, put it in the chat room so that I'll read it out. It's a gist. That's why I call it a fireside chat. It's not serious, not a preaching session, please. Thank you very much. So the next thing I'll be talking about is business impact, lifestyle, and well-being. Now, I understand that there's not everyone here that would that's a business owner, and I understand that there are people that are career-oriented as well. So the first thing you want to be thinking about is, so these are pointers that I put. What's my business financial target for 1 year? If you want to make 50 million in 1 year, or even 12 million in 1 year, you break it down into quarters. 3 million is what you need to make per quarter. And then you ask yourself, what are the income streams that would help me generate 3 million per quarter? Now, you would then go further, you don't drill down further and say, okay, I can cook. I cook for a living. I don't cook for a living. I'm just using that as an example. I cook for a living. I do advertising campaigns. I sell shoes, clothes, bags. I do this, I do that. Now, when you've listed all the things you have all the things you can do, including your what's it called? The skills you use to thrive in the workplace. Okay, you need to list everything out and tell yourself, okay, if it's 3 million a quarter, I want to earn, right? That means I need to earn 1 million a month. Okay, so if I want to earn 1 million a month, how much can I generate from my food business? How much can I generate from my career? How much is my salary? How much can I earn from this other hustle? How much can I earn from this other hustle? It is the intentionality of your plan that allows you to achieve the goals you've set. If you're not intentional about it, you can't achieve it. Okay, so by the time you know that you want to earn maybe 200,000 from this particular business, then you can look into your network and say, who are the people in my network that if I push this product to, without hesitation, they will pay for it? Who are the people outside of my network that if I push this product to, without hesitation, they'll pay for it? One of the things I've noticed as individuals is we seriously underestimate our network. And a lot of times, your next miracle is in your phone book, is your phone list, or whatever they call it. So if you don't break down your life into minute bits, you won't be able to see the big picture. What would happen is you would be on survival mode. Okay, so let me quickly make this 2,000. Let me quickly make this 1 million. Let me quickly make this. That's how you'll be functioning. And I've also come to understand by personal experience that those goals and big plans and visions they sort of act as magnets that bring the information to you. Let me give you an example. I said earlier on that, because our Naira is very shitty, I've been saying, God, how can I earn dollars? Please show me the way. And you see, this Fiverr thing does not work for me. I know some people here earn very well with Fiverr and other platforms, but it doesn't work for me. So I started to ask myself, how can I earn in USD? Okay. And believe it or not, and there's also the spiritual part to life, right? That's the part I also want to talk about. Once you've sorry, I'm so sorry that I'm stuttering. Once you've desired something, someone says, how can I make $500,000 by the end of December this year? Okay, so if that is your goal, you need to also write it out. So I discovered that when I started to think, okay, how can I earn in USD? Who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to ask those questions? Where would I get the information for USD? Blah, blah, blah. Something just said, call this person. I'm like, okay. The thing, as in, I think it's the Holy Spirit, of course. And the thing said, she said something like this, and then she said international. Like she said opportunity and said international, call her. And then when I called her, and I said, when we talked that, did you actually mention international? She said yes. And I started to talk about it. So my point is, I think it is because I have desired that, I have aspired to that level. That's why, the thought came that, okay, this person has the information about earnings in USD. Speak to her about what she did or what the possibilities are. Okay, and then aspire for it. So all of those things are very important. But if you have no vision, yeah, 9 to 5 cannot make you rich, Dan Phillips. I do not believe, I don't want to say it as a statement of facts, yeah, but I do not believe 9 to 5 can make you rich. 9 to 5 can give you, and that largely depends on your definition of rich. Some people, rich is just 1 million a month and they're okay. As far as they can send their children to good schools, they can travel once in a year, they're fine. So if rich is bigger than you, if what rich, RICH, as a wealthy person, if what wealth and riches mean to you is bigger than yourself, your immediate needs, then 9 to 5 cannot make you rich, cannot make you wealthy. You've got to explore options that can allow you be wealthy. I do not believe 9 to 5 can make you wealthy. Yes, unless of course you're working abroad and you're earning like 600,000 US dollars a month or something really really big like that. You get. So now I digressed. So it's really important that you get all of those things written down. I want to earn in USD, I want to earn in euros, I want to earn in pounds. Okay, who do I need to speak to? Other people I can reach out to in my network that are abroad that can give me the information I need. I want to get this. How do I do this? So the plan, the vision you have written down would help you itemize the goals you need to get there. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the trajectory of your career. Now, what is the trajectory of your career? And I learned this thing very recently. I've been looking to make a switch to product management. I've been a project manager, but I discovered that project management is completely different from product management. And so I sat down and asked myself, who do you need to talk to? And how would you get there? Now, a friend that knows somebody just called me out of the blues and said, there's this guy, he wants to do something in Nigeria, but he just needs people on ground. And I know you have been talking about product, talk to him. And that was it. Now, I'm not saying that my life does not operate on magic mode or on everything is just working out mode, no. But I'm saying that I've discovered that there is a power in writing. There is a power in making those plans very clear. That sort of the universe just functions in such a way that the information and the access you need just comes to you somehow. Okay, so also in mapping out the trajectory of your career, you have to also understand where you're going to. I'm going to use my friend's. I used a discussion I had with my friend today. He's in the room, he can hear me, but I will not mention his name. He was talking about the fact that he wanted to make a switch to another career path, that he has been not stuck, but he has stayed in that field he's been in for long. And, he really wants to make a switch. And I was like, okay, he said he wants to speak to a coach, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, for this field you're going into, it's not as if I don't believe in the Nigerian talent space, but you need to speak to someone that has worked in a Fortune 500 company before. You need to speak to someone that has worked abroad. If you're using any coach, it's not Nigerian coach. And I don't say that with disrespect to Nigerian talent. I'm just saying that if you need to understand, for where you're headed, you need to understand the right resources and information you need to get there. I said, this is what I think. I think you need to speak to someone that's worked in a Fortune 500 company before. I think if you must speak to a coach, it must be someone abroad that has been in the workforce before, not someone that's been doing coaching for a living. Yes, I have a personal bias to people that haven't gotten their hands dirty, but talk excessively about a topic. It's my own personal bias, please. I'm not judging anybody here. Okay, so understanding the trajectory of your career, those are part of the things you need to think of when mapping out your career. And very recently, I attended a vision boarding session where the speaker was saying that If you're bored, please let me know so that I can spice it up a little bit, because this is not a preaching, please. I'm trying to be but I think I'm too serious. Okay, so let me continue what I was saying. So you can drop your comments in the chat room. I am seeing people not really talking a lot, but yeah, you can drop your comments in the chat room. So while I was in that vision boarding session, one of the things I discovered is that if you don't understand the limits, the ceiling of your career, you would think you're heading in a particular direction, but that direction will be the wrong direction. So what does that mean? It means that there are certain skills, okay, that require that there's certain skill set that you have now that if you aspire to be a VP or a director or anything of that sort, you can't get there, because the skill set you have will not allow you to, okay, make that shift to a management position. So you need to really understand the ceiling, the barriers and the ceiling of your profession. Okay, you need to understand the barriers and the ceiling of your profession and understand the highest level you can attain by being in that space. Because, one of the things I learned was that from that particular session was that you can be a technical expert and you know this thing, you know process engineering, you know how to fix the machines, you know how to do this, you know how to do that. But they'll just make you maybe head of the machine team or VP or maybe something head of technical. Because unless you have shown that you have capacity to manage people, manage resources, influence decisions, produce results from huge projects, no one is going to push you to the manager role. They just say, oh, she's a technical guy. He'll sort everything out. You know all the Y, the X, but you don't know the other parts of administration on the role. So it was in that session I discovered that as a technical person, if you desire to someday become a VP or a director or a manager at the highest level, you've got to know when to make the switch. Probably take management courses. It's not everyone that needs to do an MBA. Don't go and waste all your money doing US MBA. It's not everyone that needs an MBA. Maybe there are lots of management courses you can explore. Okay, so that's part of understanding the trajectory of your career. And there is this particular, after that session, there was this particular website I discovered, after spending quite some time online. I discovered that I went online myself and I actually checked and I found this link. I'll try to see if I can type it in the chat room. So what I did was, after that session, I want to really figure out where the trajectory of my career is headed. I mean, I'm a project manager, I'm aspiring for product. I love digital marketing. I own an agency. I do this, I do that. But if I'm going to product, what do I need to know on my journey to get there? So this is the link to that particular page. So what happened was, after taking a series of tests, I'm typing it, just a minute, careerexplorer.com/assessments. Okay, so what happened was, when I went to that link, I don't know them from anywhere, it's by research. Okay, so your journey in 2020 your journey in 2021, you must be willing to do a lot of research. When I took those assessments, I discovered that I could do, they now listed my top skills. Oh, product manager, digital manager, management consultant, this and that. So I sort of know the trajectory of my career. If I want to make a switch to a 9 to 5, I know the kind of roles I should be focusing on. And when I took the test, I was as truthful as possible. Okay, so when you're taking the test, it's a free tool. Be as truthful as possible so that you can get clarity on that aspect. Okay, that's especially for those that are in 9 to 5. Okay, when you do all of that, so now that that link had, I had mapped out the trajectory of my career, I've seen the top skills I'd love to do, I can now start to think of the skills and certifications and knowledge I need to do to get there. Okay, I can begin to think of that. I can begin to think of how to connect with people in that space that will help me get there. So take for instance, I'm on Clubhouse. Now, because I know I'm aspiring for product manager, I went to join the product manager room on Clubhouse and I learned so much. You know, there were people that were product managers from Google Pay, product managers from, you know, real big companies abroad. And I learned a lot. You know, it was there that a lady was saying, okay, you can do dummy projects, go to this website, producthq.com, do this and do that. So if you do not have a plan, there is no how you will just keep having, you know, wishful thinking to get there. Now, what are the skills I need to acquire and hone? What platforms, sorry, I was going to try what platforms do I need to leverage? Okay, what are my plans for continuous learning? This is very important to me because I know there are people here that work in places, you know, and, you know, and like maybe probably influencers, people that speak. And the thing is, when you keep speaking and you keep helping people grow and you don't keep adding value to yourself, you're going to become obsolete, and the knowledge, the knowledge and skills you think you have will become irrelevant in the workplace and in the business space. So take for instance, as a digital advertiser, okay, a couple of things have changed on Facebook's platform. But the last time I ran ads was, I think, October or November. But you know, if I don't take out time to study those things and see the things that have changed, see the things I need to, learn, I will just go to the platform and think it's going to work the same way it's been working in November or, you know, February and all of that. So it's important to understand your space, understand the tools and resources you need to explore for your continuous learning. And when you break down all these things, you even break it down to your day. I have a time in my day that all I do is learn. I'm either watching a tutorial video on how to do something in one of my design or whatever softwares, or I am reading up certain articles or documents about, you know, certain places. So even if it's 30 minutes or 1 hour in your day, you tell yourself, this is my learning hour. I would have dedicated this 1 hour. It's my learning hour. This is what I want to learn. And this is how I'm going to learn it. Okay. So I think I've wasted a lot of time on these things. Another thing is, who are your connectors? Fam, I need to dwell on this part. Who are your connectors? See, people are watching you. People are seeing you. People are taking notes of how you make them feel when you do their work. People are noting all of those things. I'll give you a personal example. I met a man on Friday that, you know, in my wildest dreams, I don't think I would have ever had access to him, right? And that was just because he's like a big man in Nigeria. And that's just because one guy gave him my details, my resume, and my business portfolio. And what's even more amusing is the fact that the person that gave him my business portfolio and resume, I've never seen the guy before. He has just heard about me, like, oh, that MCL, she's a digital marketer, she's a product manager, she's good, she has worked this, da, 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 da. I've never seen the guy before. The day the guy called me, I was just talking, I said, I don't know you, who are you? He said, this is my name, do you know this person? I know this person. Oh, I talked, he just kept going on and talk. I was just listening and we're gisting. Before you know, we became friends. It was the one that gave my details to that man. So you've got to understand who your connectors are. And one of the things that can drive your network is excellence. If you're excellent at what you do, you're excellent at, at the work, you're excellent at what you do, you're excellent at maintaining the relationships, valuable relationships. You just see that you don't need to stress. Your excellence will speak for you behind your back. Another important thing is, what are you doing with your network? In 2021, the last time I ever read anything on shares and stock exchange was a long time ago. And I have a lot of shares slip and dividend slip and all of that. But I just don't understand the stock market. And I do not have the time to sit down and be monitoring the stock market. But I have a friend that anytime I say I want to take a risk and do this one, that I say, put your money in stocks. I'll be like, me, I can't sit down with stock market. So this year, when I started mapping out my financial goals, I'm like, you know what? We need to speak to this guy that is good with stock markets and let him tell you what to do. So you have so many people in your network that you are not leveraging. You just jizz, Merry Christmas.
Hello?
Do you see what Instablog Niger said? Hello, yes, I'm here. Okay, is everything okay? Can everyone hear me? Please, if you can hear me, just say yes. I want to be sure I'm not talking to myself.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so I'm
yes.
wondering why the person said hello. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so everyone can hear me. Okay, fantastic. So now, Yeah, so what are you doing with your connectors? Who do you need to expand your product or service offerings? If you think that your product line needs to be expanded, please do it. Okay, there are people that are looking for, okay, I know there's some lawyers in the house. There are people that are looking for lawyers to just advise the SMBs. It doesn't have to be, if you know the SMB space, a couple of them are struggling. It doesn't have to be a lot. If you take like 10 SMBs and you're just giving them advisory and just asking them for a token a month, maybe 10K or 20K, some of them can afford it. Okay, that's another income stream. So you need to explore all this. I know that there's sometimes people feel, oh, this is my sector. There is no other way I can make money, or just to be going to work every day and all that. There are so many ways you can make money. There are so many ways you can grow as a person. And if you're not exploring all of them, you'll be limited. Another important thing I want to mention about network is you need to have vertical networks and horizontal networks. Horizontal network means your peers, okay? There are people that are my mates but are ahead of me in terms of life, in terms of accomplishments and all of that. If I look at them with envy, I would not glean the best from them. There are people ahead, there are vertical relationships, people that are ahead of you, people that are 60 something that you should be talking to maybe once a month, for counsel. There are people that are maybe in certain spaces in the workforce that will give you counsel. Because a lot of times, what the difference between your current level and another level is just information and counsel. So if you're not, connected to those people, you're not taking that leap, you're not interacting with the people that will get you there, you won't get there. You won't. That's why I use the example of the fact that I'm aspiring, if I desire $500,000 and I'm listening to people that are saying you need to be saving your 1K per day from your food. I mean, how long is it going to take me to get there? I don't think that's the information I need to be hearing to get there. So that's why I say it's important to know your own destination. Map out your vision board. Itemize the direction you want it to take. Own your life. Nobody's coming to save you. Okay? Let me just show my video so that people will not say, I'm still here, I'm leaving. Okay, so I will continue. Sorry, that's a glitch. Okay, so the next thing I'll talk about briefly is impact. Okay, what does impact mean to you? And I really want to talk about this because I feel like the life we're in now is more like it's driven by self-accomplishment, self-proclamation, selfishness. I just feel, it's my opinion really, it doesn't have to be widely accepted. So I feel that everyone here needs to have an impact goal. Okay, what's your impact? What's my impact goal for 2021? Who are the people I am going to intentionally help? Whether it's financial help, whether it's to knowledge, value add you want to give them in terms of knowledge, whether it is empowerment. You have to have an impact goal. Whoever you are in this room, even if you earn 50,000 naira a month, there is somebody you can impact. Ask God to show you. This thing is really dear to my heart because, I don't know if some of us here might not be Christians, but if you're a Christian here, we're getting to a time where we must not become self-absorbed people. Okay. Sorry. We're coming to a time where I just feel like a lot of us, or a lot of people, have become quite self-absorbed. We can't be self-absorbed people and be on the earth. Why are we now Christians? Why are we now different? Okay, so it's important that you have an impact goal. That's cleaner that comes to clean your house every day. You can use her, you can decide that, okay, maybe this will be my impact goal for this first quarter. Have an impact goal for the year. Some people, their impact goal is, I want to pay the school fees of at least 10 people this year. Okay, no, I want to mentor 5 people that aspire to this level that I'm in business or career or whatever. Now, and then that only comes when you know what impact means to you. Okay, if impact is not important to you, feel free to just turn off the video and wait for my next slide. But I'm particular about this topic. What if it's, your impact goal might be budget, might have a budget to it. Your impact goal might have, zero financial commitment to it. But have that goal and break it down into quarters. If my impact goal for 2021 is this, that means the first 3 months, this and this and this is what I want to achieve. In January, this is what I want to achieve. This is how I want to impact lives. Okay? So now let me just ask very quickly, prior to now, did any one of us in our vision board, I know a lot of us have already done vision board, vision 2021 plan, blah, blah, blah. Prior to now, did any one of us here have an impact goal for this year? Be honest. I want to see in the chat room, be honest. Did anybody here have an impact goal for 2021? Write it in the chat room. Not at all. Okay. No. Okay. Thanks for your honesty. I see people saying no, they didn't have an impact goal. Yeah, Olabody had an impact goal. Fantastic. Fantastic. Olabody had an impact goal. Who else? Anyone else? Did anyone have an impact goal set for 2021? Yes. Samuel said he had an impact goal. I joined a group of friends to send some people to school. Fantastic. Yes, you have an impact goal. So that's really amazing. I'm really excited that a lot of us here have impact goals for the year, because life is not just about yourself. I mean, see how many people have passed with COVID. You know, you have to live for a purpose bigger than yourself. So in 2021, if you're just joining the room or you've been here before, make sure you take out time to write down your impact goal. Okay, so the next thing I'm talking about is lifestyle. Now, I am a believer in the fact that, you know, you need to live well. You're not on earth to just struggle, work hard, and then pay school fees, all of that, and then that's it. You need to live well. And to live well, you need to be intentional about it. Now, I remember the first time I actually desired a better quality of life in Lagos. I was actually in a church, and it's not even my home church. I was just listening to the person speaking, and she was just saying, she mentioned the prayer point that I found amusing. You know, she said, I want all of you to pray right now that in spite of Lagos, I live a quality life. Since that day, that has been my creed. In spite of Lagos, I live a quality life. Now, some of you might say, oh, equality life, is it that easy? Equality life is not easy, it's not cheap. You need money, you need this. Sometimes you don't need money. Sometimes you need information. Sometimes you need access. Okay? So even take, for instance, a rich person that has capacity to, you know, live anywhere they want to live in Lagos, and they do not know, maybe, for instance, let me use a random example. Maybe they do not know, for instance, there's an estate in, maybe there's a rich man that has a company in maybe Ikeja, and he just believes that the only places he can get uninterrupted power supply, maybe he doesn't want to use a generator, he just wants power, he doesn't want anything like that in his house, power from NEPA. And he believes the only place he can get that kind of life or that kind of estate or arrangement is in Lekki. You know, he would take his money, go and buy a house in Lekki, okay, and live there and go through the stress of commuting from Lekki to Ikeja every day because of his business. Now, what I'm trying to say is, okay, someone is asking a question. I'll take it. So at the end of the session, I'm actually going to take some questions. So you can write your questions down in a book, and then when I finish the session, I will take as many questions as I can. But I have to be really quick because Zoom allows for, I think, just 1 hour. So any moment from now, it might go off. But I think I'll restart the room. Okay, so yeah. So lifestyle is really important. So imagine that person, he won't, if you don't do your research, first of all, decide the quality of life that you want and write it out. I desire 24-hour power supply wherever I'm living. I desire a job that will not allow me to spend more than 2 hours on the road in Lagos. You need to write it out. Then you need to have a plan for it. How would I achieve it? What information do I need to read? Who do I need to talk to that will give me the information about this? When I was going to get my apartment, I stayed in a really small apartment in Maryland. I was particular about electricity and I was particular about traffic. And I did everything possible to ensure that those things were met. And to the glory of God, where I'm living now is 22 to 24 hours power. I don't own a gen. Now, am I a big girl? No, not yet. Okay, but the thing is, I think it's because I kept that picture in front of me every day. This is what I want. I want 24-hour power. I do not want noise. I want this. And so that picture drove me to research the information and the people I need to speak to about it to achieve it. Okay, so I'm going to rush now very quickly because I think my time is going to be up soon. Also have a plan for your well-being, your mental, your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual well-being. Okay, it's very important. Have a budget for fresh juice per month. In Nigeria, because of the Nigerian space, you need to be proactive about your health. Okay, you're not, you shouldn't be, I don't know the English now. You shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't get ill and begin to look for plans to fix the illness and all of that. You need to be proactive. Take exercises, go for walks, decompress. Every evening when you get back home, decompress. What did I plan to achieve today? Have I achieved it? What are the things that are outstanding? All of that. Have a budget for natural things, even if you feel you don't have money and all you can dedicate is 200 naira per day to eating fruits, or 300 naira per day to eating fruits, or dedicate 15 minutes a day for exercise. You need to be intentional about your well-being. You need to be intentional about your and your emotional well-being. Cut off the people you need to cut off from your life. If you feel there are people in your space and your immediate network that drain your emotional energy, please cut them off and have no apologies for it. Have no apologies for it, because it is only when you are rounded, your well-being, your mental, you're in a clear mental state, okay, that you can be productive to earn more and live a great and rounded life. Okay, also have a plan for your spiritual life. Okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. This is the time I want to do it. I'm rushing now, please, because it's like my session was so close. I want to also talk about financial discipline and opportunities. Okay, once you have mapped out your financial goals, okay, maybe it's in foreign currency, it's in naira, whatever the goals are. Okay, once you've done all of that, you would now know how to research opportunities to get there, and you need to know your numbers. You need to know your numbers. Now, what does that mean? There has been a time that, a lot of people, in Nigeria have been actively investing in agro-tech opportunities, right? Where you see, okay, get, get, um, where you see get 30%, you get 30% of your investments in 9 months, you get 30% in 6 months, all of that, okay? Now, the truth of the matter is, what people don't understand is you need to really, really know what numbers mean. If somebody says get 30% in 9 months, how much is that per month? That's 30 divided by 9, okay? Now, what is 30 divided by 9? Anyone? What's 30 divided by 9? Put it in the chat room. What is 30 divided by 9? They say you get 30% in 9 months. What is 30 divided by 9? Please, this is not a preaching. You people need to talk to me. Thank you. 30 divided by 9 is 3.33. Fantastic. Now, you see another maybe agrotech that says get 27, 23 plus 23. Or let's just say 20% in 4 months. So what's 20% in 4 months? That comes to how much per month? Anybody? What's 20 divided by 4? 5. Thank you. So you have typed 3.33 and 5. Now, the truth is 30% in 9 months looks what attractive. It's 30%, it's 30%. Let's put our money. You put your money inside. But 20% in 4 months is a lot more valuable to you as an investor. So when you want to invest, don't take emotional decisions. And don't look for people that are heading in the direction you're headed rather. Okay, don't make emotional decisions about investments. Know your numbers, do your research, do your due diligence. Okay, know your exposure, spread your risk. Spread your risk. In 2020, I took I took a risk. Okay, I put quite a sum in a portfolio, a company that was into diverse portfolio of projects like forex, real estate, etc. And the returns was like 15 to 20% a month, depending on the sum you invested. And I was really afraid. But what I did was I didn't expose myself. So what does that mean? If all I have to my name is 100 naira, if as a human being all the money I have in this heaven and earth is 100 naira, what I did was that I said, you know what, let's just take this, let's put 40 naira in these people. Because 20%, 15, 20% is juicy and yummy. Yeah. I said, let's put, out of this 100 naira I have to my name, let me put 40 naira in these people and let me test for just 3 months. And then I won't spend my ROI. I will be returning my ROI so that I would, I won't put the entire 100 naira in it because it's risky. So what a lot of people do is they say juice it in the pool. Oh, see crypto. Everybody just went to pump money in crypto. Crypto dipped today to 30,000 US dollars. So you need to be able to spread your risk, explore the financial investment opportunities available, and spread. Don't never ever spread yourself thin. Never ever spread yourself thin. If you have 100 naira if you have 100 naira to your name, please, my or fact me, you keep unmuting yourself and it's sort of interrupting me. I have to keep muting you back. So please, yeah. Okay, so ask yourself how much how am I exposing myself? Don't expose yourself. Don't spread yourself too thin. Don't expose yourself too in a very huge way. Have savings that you can lean to should there be an emergency. Have emergency funds. Have investments. Never ever spread yourself thin. Whatever you're investing in, make sure there is a document, there is an entity. I'm sure there's some legal people here. I would ask Ife and Honor to say a few things later. They're the lawyers we have in-house. Make sure that there is a legal document in place that is tenable. Okay, never, because I see, a lot of, there are young people here, there are older people here. People are investing heavily and never ever invest in something you do not understand. I invested in stocks when I was in part one, and that's because my auntie knew about stocks. She was all out for stocks. So she said, MC, put money here, put money here. Me, I didn't know anything about, so I was just putting the money there because I knew she knew about stocks, and she wouldn't advise me to put my money in something she doesn't know about or is not certain about. So I put quite a sum in a lot of those stocks while I was in uni. Small money, 5K here, 10K here. That was it. Okay, so I don't understand stocks. I'm just going to try to gain the knowledge this year, but I don't even have the time to be, Nigerian breeze, go and sell Nigerian breeze. I don't have time for that. But I have relationships around me that, I can key into and leverage their knowledge. Okay, so never ever spread yourself thin. Explore your financial opportunities. There's agro-tech, there is crypto. I sold my crypto in 2018 when it was 23,000 US dollars. When I saw it peaking to 40,000 units, I'm like, my God, oh my God. But see the way it has dipped. Now, crypto is a very volatile market. And until the dynamics are quite stable, if you must invest in crypto, it must be for the long haul. It's not just for now. You're not putting maybe 100,000 naira for now or 1 million for now. It's for the long haul. You're putting the money there and you're turning your eyes away. Just in case it becomes a financial instrument that's very profitable in the future. Right now is a decentralized system, and so no one really knows the dynamics of what is driving it. Okay, but people are heavily invested in it, people are pushing it. So if you're interested in it, yeah, but don't go and say, oh, crypto is the new thing now, let's gather all our money and put it there. Oh, agro-tech is the new thing now, this one is doing 30% for 9 months, let's put it there. Meanwhile, it's another thing that you should be putting your money in. Okay. Stocks are what the Nigerian stock market was applauded as being one of the most stable markets in the world in 2020. Okay, so know what options you have. Okay, if you're abroad or you have access to people abroad, ask them questions about investment opportunities there. That's one of my goals for this first quarter, to disturb all my friends in the abroad about investment options, about earning options. Okay, and that is largely because there is a challenge with using foreign currency in Nigeria. Okay, if you withdraw from the account, I don't even want to go into the details and dynamics. If you want to fund a US stock from the comfort of your phone, then you would have to convert your naira to US dollars at a crazy rate. Okay, so ask yourself, what are my goals? What are my financial goals? Who do I need to talk to? Okay, what are the things I can explore? When I attended my vision boarding session with with some big people, right? They were talking about flipping houses in Canada. I'm not in Canada yet. I'm saying yet because I'm tired of this country. But that was valuable information. Okay, people talking about flipping houses with 450,000 US dollars. When you have that amount in liquid cash, you don't blow everything on a particular asset. You spread your sum across assets. But one lady said she borrowed line of credit from her mom. She used that line of credit to lock down a property and then sold it about a year later, etc. So you need to position yourself with the information you need for where you're headed. Imagine that I'm not trying to rubbish those that talk about save your 1,000 naira per day and cook to work, but I'm saying for where you're headed, ask yourself, what do I really need to get there? What's the information I need to get there? Okay, and key into those information. Now, the ultimate journey for anybody, the ultimate goal or vision for anyone is financial freedom and absolute control of your time, where your time is working for you and your money is working for you, where you have invested and your passive income is generating returns. Right now, let me even say it here because I think there might be some big people here that I don't even know. Right now, please, if you have anybody in the abroad, I'm looking for people that have information that can collaborate. Okay, so I heard that there are some groups, there are people that come together and pull their resources together, money and all of that, and then buy properties abroad and then lease it and then have a sharing formula for the income. I understand that there is a group of people, I know of a group uh, of people that do that in Nigeria, but to join their club is plenty money. I don't think I should be paying that plenty money just to join the club and get that information. So anyway, my point is, if you know of any cluster of people that are doing that, I mean, and the reason why the reason why I'm mentioning, international opportunities, international, is largely because our currency, for lack of a better word, is now shitty. Our currency is unstable. The devaluation is crazy. And so if you're thinking in Naira alone, you're going to be shortchanging yourself. So think about global opportunities. Yes, I mean, for now, if all you can do is just earn in Naira, do your buying and selling in Naira, that's okay. But ensure that you are you've set active plans in place to gather information about financial opportunities in the diaspora, and you're connecting with people that can give you that information, and you're collaborating to gain, to fulfill that vision you have set. Okay, are you gaining something from this session? I've talked too much. Oh, Jesus, I like talking. If you're gaining something from this session, please just type in the chat from value, 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 value. Let me know that I'm dishing out something and the things I'm saying are making sense. Thank you. Value, 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 value. Okay, so yes, the last thing I'll talk about is accountability. Accountability. Have people that you're accountable to. Have people that you are accountable to. Okay, have people that they're running with you. You're both running the same race, and they can help you get to your destination. You need those people in your circle. Let me give an example. Okay, I've been trying to explore opportunities, as regarding masters, immigration, all of those things. And one of my friends that I spoke to, he just said, okay, Yemsi, have you done this thing? I said, I plan to do it next week. Okay, have you done this thing? I said, I'm not yet sure. Have you done that? Have you done this? Okay, so he was reminding me about, okay, so I don't know what's happening here. He was reminding me about the things I need to follow up with in the actualization of the dreams or the goals I had set. And I was very grateful for that. Okay, so it's very important that you have people that you can talk to. You have people that can hold you accountable. Okay, you have people that you can relate with. Okay, they can give you information. The thing is, you are busy. So if you're not surrounded with people that can give you valuable information per time, you will spend hours seeking that information. Okay, and the only way you can build accountability is to find people that you trust and people that have integrity. I have friends here that I've known for over 2004, 2021, over 16 years. I have people that, when I know that my head is touching and some people are annoying me, I go to meet them, I talk to them, I call them, and they help me. You need accountability partners to go far. You need people to go, even in business, you need people that you can collaborate with to go far. You need people that will partner with you in that journey. Else, a solo life, you can't do much running solo. You wouldn't, you can't. You won't accomplish anything going solo. No way. So because I think my Zoom can close anytime, I have finished. Yes, please follow me. If you're not following me already, please go to my Instagram, everything, and follow me. Then I will take questions now. I'm really rushing. I still have some other things to say, but I guess I'll add them I'll add them to the slide and I'll add another slide and make it a lot more robust. I'll talk in, yes, I need to give everyone a link. Okay, so I'll add another, I'll add I'll add another slide with a lot of information I might have missed and lots of things I might note that I probably didn't touch on, and I'll send the slides to everyone that is here. However, you would need to fill a form. Dikbo, my friend Dikbo is in the chat room, is here. Dikbo, I sent you that link I sent you yesterday for feedback. Please help me put it in the chat room. I've disabled my WhatsApp, so I'll be able to drop the link in the chat room. So it's just a feedback link. I want to know how this session went. I want to know the ways I can improve. And then you also drop your email. When you drop your email, I will be able to send you the slides and other information I've breezed over in the course of my discussion today. So my friend Dikpo will drop the link, but let me see if I can still see the link. It's just a feedback link, so that I can get your feedback. So right about now, if you have a question, you can unmute yourself and ask the question before Zoom sends us away. Anyone with any question? No questions? Hey, God, though. I don't like this kind of room. Everybody's just looking at me like as if I'm preaching.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, hi, A.C.T.I.V.A.T.E. Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for pouring out these nuggets and everything. The gist was really nice. Like, it has been a really wonderful evening. Now, I actually have a question now. In terms of talking about identifying a financial mentor or a mentor in talking about finance, how to grow your finance, what are the criteria or factors you need to look out for? Please, I'll actually need you to probably give me some factors you need to look out for why identifying someone you can actually approach. I know you actually made mentions of ways on how to enhance and leverage on your network. Probably if within your network this person is not here, probably is outside your network, what's the best approach? How do you identify that this person is going to help you in terms of probably maybe your niche? Like someone that is a young professional, let me use myself as an example, who doesn't have this so much clarity in terms of how to grow his or her my finances, but starting up, how do I identify this person that can actually help me? What are the factors I need to look out for? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So the first thing I'd like to mention is, what is your plan and where are you headed? What is your plan and where are you headed? That's because, just a minute, because that would drive the people you should be looking out for. So take for instance, sorry, just a minute. I'm trying to get the link so that we can all fill and drop our emails, and then, yes, I found the link. So yeah, that's the link. Please, everyone, kindly fill that. That would help me get your feedback, and I have access to your email so that I can mail the presentation and probably the video to you. Okay, thank you very much. So what should you look out for? You should first figure out where you're headed. Okay, and for me, let me use my time. I'm looking for dollar-denominated assets. I'm tired of the naira. The naira is crazy. You do a job, 100K. When you go to the market, you will spend 20K or 30K buying food stuff. You're left with only 80K. You're asking yourself, what is happening? Okay, so for me, I knew that one of the things I'm pushing for this year is to learn about dollar-denominated assets, learn about foreign exchange markets, learn about international stocks and investments, learn about how to earn in USD, learn about all of that. I don't have a financial mentor. All I'm going to do is research. But if you must have a financial mentor, look for people that have, everyone is now rich on Instagram. People will be arguing that 500K is nothing in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the income, the earning capital of Nigerians is 1/5 of that. So I think you should look for, take your time to research, just like when you're looking for a coach. I'm looking for a mental health coach as well, a mental health and something coach. Okay, so look for people that first of all are certified, if possible, in financial training of some sort. Look for people that have traction, not people that are making noise on Instagram, or people that have traction. You can see their growth. Okay, you can see their accomplishments, you can see their trajectory, both business, career, and money. Okay, look, but it's all of this largely depends on where you are headed. So there was a time in my life I was listening to Shubomi. I mean, 2016, when I actively started investing, I was listening to Shubomi Plumcher. That time, that's when I started agrotech. It wasn't as popular as it is now. The one that was reigning then was Farm Crowdy. You know, I just kept telling myself, this small salary I'm earning, how in God's name am I going to turn it over? How in God's name would I make money from it? 2016, I started. But the thing is, I'm quite financially disciplined. I had an active savings culture. So I had been saving. So now this thing I've said, how will I multiply it? So I follow Shubomi Plumcher. I'll write her name. You can follow her. Okay, so that was at the beginning of my journey. Let me type her name. Shubomi Plumcher. Okay, and when I attended an investment course in 2016, I paid for it. I paid 20,000 naira. Yeah, and I think we're like almost 300, 200 in the group. Imagine how much I had made. I paid money for it. I paid 20K for it, but I got a lot of knowledge. That was when I first got exposed to crypto. Okay, I attended that session in 2016, and I bought my first set of crypto in 2017. So I got exposed to crypto. I got to know about this agrotech. I got to know about this, you know, she didn't mention a lot on the stock market. I got to know about what's it called? Property. Okay, I got to know about all those things. Okay, so that's I think I like her. A lot of people are connected to Money Africa and all that, but I like Shubomi Plumcher. That's because she laid the foundation of my financial journey. There's some things I would never have thought I would be able to achieve based on my earnings at the time. How would I have bought a car at the time on the salary I was earning? It was impossible, humanly speaking. But it was because at that time of my life, that was the knowledge I needed. At this time of my life, is a completely different knowledge I'm looking for. And so that's why I said I attended a vision body with some big people across the world. That one, they were just talking in US dollars, in pounds, and all of that. That's the knowledge I need now for the stage I am in now. Okay, so you've got to understand where you are in your journey as a person and look for the people that can help you get there. And a lot of these things, I don't want to sound I don't want to sound too spiritual, but it's very important that you pray for direction. At that time in my life, it was Shubomi Plumcher I needed, to listen to gain direction on what to do. For this stage of my life, I was actively praying that God show me the people that will help me in this journey. Help me. I don't want to be, you know, in 2016, maybe 2015, maybe what I needed to be hearing was save money on food, don't buy perfume that's so expensive, don't buy. But for this stage of my life, that's not what I need to hear. Okay, so ask, do a self-assessment. Sit down with yourself and ask, where am I now? All I have, if all you have now, if all you have, there's some people maybe all they have to their name every month is 80,000 naira. It's not bad. It's okay. It is 80,000 naira. Now this 80,000 naira, what can we do with 80,000 naira to grow astronomically financially? What can we do to leap? Who do we need to talk to leap? What collaborations can we make? What investments can we do to earn us passive income sources? Okay, so I know so many people are doing courses. They tell you, do a course, share your knowledge, ask for money. I believe in, yes, you can monetize your knowledge, monetize your information. But beyond that, what are the other things you can do to earn? Okay, so I won't tell you, I don't really have a financial mentor. If you can't have access to people that are financial mentors, great. But I don't have a financial mentor. I don't know what to look out for. I just know that when I pray, when I tell myself, this is what I want to achieve right now in terms of my financial targets and goals, I just pray, I write it down, I believe in it, I believe in it, and somehow the information I need to get to achieve it comes to me. So I don't think I'll be in the best position to say you should look out for this, because that's not how it has worked for me. Okay, so that's all I have to say about that. Yeah. Any other questions? Please kindly fill out that link so that I can get your emails and send the recording to you. I mean, the slides and all of that to you. Oops. Oh, I think I'll stop sharing. Okay. Any other questions? Please, I don't like this. If this everybody will be quiet like this, I'm not doing this session again. No. What's happening? Are we tired? Are we bored? Hello, is anyone there? Has Zoom thrown us out?
Sorry, MC, can you just speak a bit more about impact goals? I think I cut off a bit when I just heard you when you're asking who has impact goals. Can you just shed some more light on that, please?
Okay, so when I was talking about, let me see if I can share my screen now. So when I was talking about impact goals, I was saying that we as Christians, or whatever religion here, you should live for a purpose bigger than self. And in living for a purpose bigger than self, it means you must be thinking about how you want to make impact. Okay, you must be thinking about, okay, what impact means to you. For some people, impact just means mentoring other young people coming behind them. Okay, this is how you plan your life. This is how you do it. This is how you do that. For some other people, impact means all the money, investing a certain sum of their income to paying fees or whatever it is, okay, that they want to achieve. For some other people, impact is just speaking and all of that. For some other people, impact means something completely different. So you have to really sit down and ask yourself, what does impact mean to me? Is there a financial commitment, that will be needed for my impact goals to be achieved? And what percentage of my budget do I need to set aside for it every month or every quarter to achieve it? Okay, and how are there people I need to collaborate with to achieve my impact goals? Because this is because I said we must live for a purpose higher than ourselves if we are believers. Okay, we're not just living for ourselves alone. We're not just living to make money, travel the world, working for A.C.T.I.V.A.T.E company and just die. No, there must be a bigger vision. There must be a bigger picture to our lives and what we want to accomplish on earth. And so, yeah, that was basically what I mentioned when I talked about impact goals. Okay. Any other questions? Is that clear, Ife?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Is there any other question? Okay, on these notes, I want to appreciate everyone that has joined in. My friend. Yes, there was one thing I wanted to. I would ask, I'll first ask Onolapo. Ono. Yes, Ono. So I would unmute Ono very quickly and I would ask Ono to tell us information to look out for, on any investments. A lot of times when we do investment, they give us contracts or there are certain clauses and all of that. He's a lawyer, okay? So I'm going to put you on the spot, Ono. So I'd like Ono to just speak briefly about, red flags we should look out for on contracts relating to maybe agro-tech, red flags we should look out for on contracts related to maybe forex investment or any contract at all, any contract at all we're given when we want to take investment decisions, okay? What key details should we look out for, or and all of that? So, Ono, are you there? Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I'll give
Okay, so
you have the floor. Yes, I'm putting you on the spot, even if it's just 2 minutes. So yeah.
Okay, so the first thing is you have to check out the platform that is offering the investment. What is the company? Are they registered? Who are the people behind it? You have to find out information like that. You also have to research about them. You've spoken a lot about research. So, sometimes a Google search can do you a lot. Sometimes I like to, often when I don't have enough information about something, I go on Nairoland. Because it just seems like any company that is into some shady stuff will have been on Nairoland at one point or the other. I don't know why.
That's true. That's very true. Let me even cut you off a bit there. Okay. When a lot of all this fake, for lack of a better word, all these scam agro-techs were coming up, Nairoland were the first people to analyze all of them. They were like, these are the top tier, these 10 agro-techs, they've never failed for the past 2 years. You can depend on them. These other ones, they are scam. These other ones, they always pay late. These other ones, their investors' funds are not insured. It is only their farm that is insured. So yes, that's part of research. Okay, go to Naira Land. There's an entire thread. I think I'll add it to my slides when I'm emailing us. I have the link to that particular thread on digital agrotech investments, what to look out for, and how they arrange them in terms of hierarchy. I would add the link to my slides when I'm sending it across. Okay, no, continue.
Yes. So when you're checking out for them, about the link she's going to send, also check for the dates that the articles were written.
Yes.
So ensure that you're looking at recent articles. So that's the first thing,
Yes.
essentially a background on the company and what they've been into, what are the people behind it, and stuff like that. After you look at that, you mentioned something about the insurance. A lot of them put out there that they are insured by this so and so. But if you look at the details and you look at the fine print, you should always look at the fine print. You realize that it's not your investment that is insured. For instance, in agrotech, they can say that the whatever it is they're doing, whatever it is they're farming, exactly, that is insured. But they put it out there and say that they are insured by legal. So you assume that your investment is insured. So read the terms of the contract. If you are sure that, if you don't think that you can go through it yourself, get a lawyer to look into it, especially if you're putting a substantial amount in it. Get a lawyer, because it might actually save you a lot of money in the end. When you go through that, I think I spoke about insurance, checking the insurance. Yes. Also look at their structure. How do they work? Do they send you a contract? What is their contract like? Because a lot of the time, a lot of these organizations actually have contracts, but they bank on the fact that people don't read contracts, they don't read the fine prints. Right, so look at what you're giving them in the contract. Look at the terms of the contract very well. When will the payments be made? What are the ways for requesting payments? Are there penalties if you don't request at the right time and things like that? Things like that can be hidden in contracts. So that is essentially the amount of care that you need to take. Now, basically, I think a summary of everything is that don't jump into this offers, because sometimes if it looks too good to be true, most of the time it is.
It is, yes. If it looks too good to be true, most of the time it is. I agree with you, Honor.
Yes, so essentially just be careful about entering into things like this. If you can make there is nothing. I should also point out that a lot of the time when these things come on, you tend to feel, because of the financial gain, you tend to feel like, oh yes, I have to do this now. Calm down. If it's worth it, it will still be there next month. If it's actually an organization that is structured and is built on something. So just chill. If you've not gotten enough information, wait for enough information. If you've not spoken to enough people, speak to enough people. If you don't have people that have been involved in it, if you don't have testimonials online or in different places, wait for them, and then jump with your
eyes wide open.
Exactly. Also start careful about some of the things. Even after you do your research, it's not that you now carry your house rents and put it
inside. Yes.
Exactly. And then also, it's also essential when you're talking investment, although this is your field, MC. This is probably a financial thing, but it's about diversifying your investment, essentially not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yes, I mentioned that.
So even the well-structured ones, can fail.
Yes,
and that's
absolutely.
the truth. And the only difference between a well-structured organization and another one, when it fails, is that the structured one will be communicating with you and they will trying to come up with plans on when they will pay you back and things like that. That's the only difference. It's not that they can't fail. Any organization can fail.
Thank you very much for those pointers, Honor. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, and I'm really thankful that Honor has mentioned it again. Diversify your portfolio. If you have 1 million, don't put 1 million in one asset, because they tell you, see impacts, what is not impact, what they call them, map.ng. All of them, what's the Lano, please, this is an informal sector. I'm switching to Yoruba PG and everything. What's the Lano? They promised investors 100% in 3 months. Come on! In Nigeria? Was it 3 months or 4 months? In Nigeria? How? So you've got to diversify your portfolio. And if it is too good to be true, don't bother. Just exit. Don't bother. Okay, so if you have 1 million naira, for instance, you tell yourself, okay, I'll leave 500,000 naira in my savings. Okay, after leaving 500,000 naira in my savings, I would use 500,000 naira to invest. Okay, I will put 100,000 naira in maybe in maybe agrotech. Maybe after doing my research, I'll put another 100,000 naira in maybe, it depends, it largely depends on your risk appetite also. Okay, how much are you willing to risk for for your portfolio? Never ever put all the money you have to your name into an investment. Never take that risk. Never. Even when I attempted Forex, I never put all the money I had in it. There's so many juicy investments, but hedge your risk. Don't spread yourself too thin, and diversify your portfolio. So yeah. Ife is raising up her hand. I've unmute you. I think I have. Okay, Ife, you can speak.
I just wanted to add something. So people tend to, and it's just really the selfish nature of man, right? You find a deal, right? Oh, you get, I don't know, 50% in 3 months or something random like that. And then because you're so excited and you want to jump on it, you don't tell anybody. And then you go and put your money there. It's very important to speak to people about it. Oh, I saw this opportunity. What do you think? Ask your friend. You have a colleague who is into that space. Ask somebody. Send the MC a message on Instagram. Hey, I joined the session. What do you think about this? Don't hoard information, because you enter one chance by yourself, and then it's now when you've entered the one chance, you now come and say, oh, by the way, I'm looking for someone to help me catch these people. They've gone and they'll never come back. So it's very important to share information. Don't hide things. One of the things, just going back to the whole impact thing, if you really want to don't feel like everything should be for you alone. When you open things up, they actually multiply. So when you tell people, oh, I found this opportunity, they will help you say, oh, makes sense, or one chance, abort mission, right? So don't just jump into things just along everything Honor said. And due diligence is very, very, very important. Sometimes a simple search will tell you that these people are scam, and everyone knows on the internet. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comment. Any other person wants to say anything? So don't forget, I dropped the career link earlier. Can someone help me post it again? For those of us that are working class people, you probably want to take the assessment and sort of figure out your career trajectory. I know that not everyone here is running a business, okay? So even if you're not running a business, sort of have a plan. Ask yourself if the future of work, the future of life would still accommodate your career, and your current journey. Okay, so I think I've tried. Yay! 1 hour, 30 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, so thank you all for joining in. It's wonderful having you. There's some people I do not know. I don't know Maria Fashoro, and I can't seem to hear her. I can see Simi Lulu. I can see Mayowa Fagbemi. Okay, so if we don't mind, if you can, wherever you are, could you turn on your video? Just say shout out before I end the session. Anyone? Anyone wants to turn on their video? Femi Ogapi. Okay. Okay. It's been nice having you all. This room is, you people are not gingering me. I'm not doing another session of this thing again, no. I'll not be keeping my knowledge to myself. Please. There's no ginger. People are not gingering me at all. I'm not doing this session again. I'll just be, well, yeah, just be chilling, Everybody wants to keep to themselves. Okay, so yeah, thank you all for joining in. Hi, Maria.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure thing. Fantastic. So, yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. I hope you feel the feedback form. Please fill that link. There's a link I put in. Yes, you're welcome. Toasting, I did not hear your voice. Please, you must say something before I end this session. You're welcome. You're welcome. Toasting, I did not hear your voice.
I said thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Ayo. Thank you for joining in. I really appreciate all of you staying through. You have encouraged me. I don't like putting myself out there. So all of you staying to the end like this. Oh, God, it's encouraging. Okay, so thank you so much. If you need more, okay, I'll send the slides. Okay, and I'll add the information I left out. I'll add it to another slide, and then it'll be the last slide after questions. And then you can study. If you have questions and all of that, you can always reach me. By mail. I would also have another session like this in February, and that we're just talking about accountability alone. It is only accountability we'll talk about. And what would happen is, for those of you that decide to email, we would see how far we've gone with our quarterly plans. We would see, our impact goals. Have we defined what the impact goal is? Are we working towards it? Have we gotten our side hustle? Have we gotten this? Have we mapped out the trajectory of our career and the next step to take? All of that and all of that. So we'll do that in February. I don't know the date yet, but if you drop me an email, if you drop your email in that link I put, I would definitely reach out to you. So please, click on the link, the feedback link in the box before I shut down the room. Thank you very much. It's been lovely talking to you all. Have a beautiful evening. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hi, good night, Yemishi.
Good night, Manuel. The other people don't want to leave the room. I don't know who this Mayowa Fagbemi is though. And the Mayowa Fagbemi did not even show his face. Okay. Good night, everyone. I'm waiting for everyone to leave the room before I end the session.
Good night, MBC.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night, Ma.
Good night, Mayowa Fagbemi. I don't know who you are, but thank you for staying through. Okay, since no one wants to leave, I'm shutting down the room. Have a beautiful evening.